And then, of course, SEC, Reverend Obami Tete, was also there. So it cannot be the case that government is not engaging. Indeed, no, I didn't see any anger in the letter that they wrote. They advised their members that, look, we have asked that government defers the expiration of the date.
Yes, Abusiama Minda was saying, I'm for Bramega TV if you decay so. I catch you and send the by the baby chim na. Motimi any beatie if you say a tea from Hunya and Casa. Abusia, Maminda was Sibu. Mr. Me pacho unya subscribe ya bomodina na found sabo subscribe button so uvia wadaruma. Turn notification bell no on. Say beya abrebiano obetimi ageti in touch what you say na we read the news akenkan ohu ato na yetimi ahwe abo mama bibia kwa no wado. Yes, Ejapa Mesa, yes, Okasa, Magana, common Ghana, what you say, common citizen. I can't send be their fire, IMF or more, Kofabayo, Modibes, why, so a debt restructuring. No, I can't send be Brafa, who say, no, the only reason why I ban winting for Ghana for minimum nadia. Now, Abusiamin can't send be brave. Young Kotna Koti in Semna Papano or the two, and answer the Becon Mr. Union subscribe to your high authentic channel, Mega TV. Edika Kacho, your Poachoa, yes, Fansabo subscribe button, so not telling notification on what you see. Never buana, a brother brain, no be get in touch. Na Yedika Subum, Nayashi, a boom, Ama Bibia, one, young name Koti,
It's important that when we are dealing with this matter, it's a very extremely sensitive one. Okay, we let cool heads prevail and stick to the facts. Okay, and I would appreciate the work that the Ghana Association of Bankers have done, the collaboration and cooperation that they are engaging with government on. I would commend the Institute of Chartered Accountants, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and indeed the National Insurance Commission for the work that they are doing with the Ministry of Finance to ensure that we are able to get a working document that satisfies the interest of all parties. I say so because indeed the suggestion that government is not listening is farther from the truth. If you look at the statement that was issued by the Ghana Association of Bankers yesterday, they clearly indicated that they've tabled some proposals to government. And indeed, I was in the meeting when they tabled those proposals last Friday. They were there.
You mean 4 days ago?
Last Friday. Okay. The Ghana Association of Bankers, led by its Chief Executive, John Ewa, was there. The Deputy Chief Executive of the National Insurance Commission, Stando, was there. The Institute of Chartered Accountants President, I believe, a lady, was there. And then, of course, SEC, Reverend Obami Tete, was also there. So it cannot be the case that government is not engaging. Indeed, no, I didn't see any anger in the letter that they wrote. They advised their members that, look, we have asked that government defers the expiration of the date to enable us address these concerns that we've raised. And indeed, and in fact, yesterday the Ministry of Finance responded and issued a statement to that effect. That they have deferred the expiration to end of the month to ensure that some important engagements that they have commenced is concluded. So how then you sit there and say government is not engaging?
Okay, so Ejapa, from where I sit, let me just ask you, from where I sit, are you aware that the proposals at that Friday meeting that you referred to are not new?
Yes, they are not.
So are you aware that government, before the announcement of this, set up the same finance ministry, issued a statement, and set up a 3-member committee to engage all these bodies you're speaking about?
Yes.
That all these proposals that were put forward at that Friday meeting were the subject of discussion with the 3-member committee.
Absolutely. Not about at all.
Yet, those proposals did not find space in government's decision
not
when
at
it communicated
all. No,
it?
not at all. Indeed, and in fact, I will tell you this, that several of the proposals that they tabled had been agreed on. These were only outstanding issues.
But those were the key issues.
Of course, it cannot be key, but of course, if you table 10 items, for example, and you deal with all of them and you have 3 outstanding, are you suggesting to me that it's only the 3 that are key and that the 7 that have been agreed are not key? Please, let's not do that. Look, Randy, I recognize the challenge that we are facing as a nation. And so I don't want us to go into the usual banter of MPP, NDC.
Yes.
Because indeed and in fact, this is Ghana's debt, not MPP debt, not NDC debt. Because if you drill down the component of where it is that we are today, this is debt that have been accumulated over the years. Okay? But we are where we are. And it's important for us to conclude this debt sustainability analysis and meet the conditions that the IMF has set so that we begin the process of rebuilding. Because we can't continue in the bantering. But I'm saying that indeed, last Friday, during the engagement that the EMT held, even the individual bondholders, they have said, and I'm sure you heard over the weekend, that they've gotten a sense of government desire to engage them. Okay? And the inclusion of the individual bondholders, if you look at the memorandum amendment to the invitation to the exchange that was issued by the Ministry of Finance, one of the rationale, or the key one that led to the decision to include individual investors was that, and if you permit me, I'll read, that the government believes that the terms of the amended invitation to exchange improve the economic terms of the original invitation to exchange, and would like to offer individual investors the opportunity to participate in such enhanced terms. So it was good intentioned. Yes, I agree. People have raised concerns, and it's important that they formed groups that government has indicated and intend to engage them, because otherwise, how was government going to engage individuals, if you like? But yes, now they've constituted themselves into groupings, and my understanding is that government has the will to engage with them within the period of the extension, so we can all come to some agreement that then allows this program to proceed. Because if we are unable to do it, the consequences would be dire. Okay? We may not be able to sign on to the IMF program that our friends on the other side have consistently maintained that was the only solution to our problems. I disagreed at the time. Save that the programs that government rolled out to deal with our issues were not successful, owing to reasons that are best known to all of us. But we are where we are, and government has taken the decision that, look, if our internal program to deal with this economic issue hasn't been successful, then it was important for us to go to the IMF so that we can get some support to rebuild the economy, confidence in the economy, and move forward. But to hold a press conference and suggest that government is not listening in itself, based on the facts, it's not true. Okay? Because if you look at the statement that the Ghana Association of Bankers issued yesterday again, what did he say? That these are issues that are outstanding that we've tabled to government. We haven't gotten a response yet. Today is the expiry, yes. And so we would rather that government extends so that we engage, failing which our members are advised not to sign on. But government
you see,
has met them.
For a matter as serious as this, and knowing the implications of a failure in getting bondholders to sign on, if institutions like the Bankers Association, who hold basically, whether it's through individual or whatever, and they have made representations to a group that government set up to liaise with them, if for any reason government feels that, look, so let's use the number you gave. There are 10 issues. We are okay with 7. We are not okay with 3. In stakeholder relations, don't you engage them?
But the engagement is ongoing.
No, just hold on. Don't you engage them to say that when you met our reps, these were the proposals you put forward. We'll be able to deal with this 7. We can't deal with this 3 for A, B, C, D reasons. And hear from them whether indeed those 3 are really the issues that will determine the life and death of the banking system and their clients or not.
Look,
but you go ahead, just hold on, you go ahead and you decide on the basis of what they want, what you can give. And you go ahead.
No, that's not what I said. I'm saying that there's been an ongoing engagement. Some of the issues have been resolved to their satisfaction. There are still some outstanding matters that the engagement is ongoing.
No, the point I'm making is that the engagement was supposed to be exhausted before we announce a program.
I don't think so.
How?
I don't think so.
How?
No, hold on. Look, unless of course you suggesting that time is not of the essence.
But time, if the time which is of the essence, the time which is of the essence, on the basis of us not concluding, we keep extending.
No, well,
so what would be the wisdom
because
in proceeding without exhausting
you can set yourself a certain time frame to deal with whatever matters that may arise. You may be able to deal with all of them within that time frame, or you may not be able to. And so if that then is occasioned, then it makes sense to extend. And that's exactly what government has done.
But this is wrong.
It's not wrong.
It is.
Look, Randy, I always say
it is. Look at the reportage externally. Don't even deal with internal. Look at what they are reporting internationally about the chaos.
I don't see any chaos.
There is.
Hold on, Randy, hold on. You see, I keep saying that there are, to borrow the words of the former chairman of the NDC, several ways of killing a cat. Okay,
but not all are sensible.
Hold on.
Right.
Yeah, well, you may, because if that's not your way, then it's not sensible.
Well, at least we have the benefit of hindsight.
So the point that I'm making is this: that the route that government chose may not be what you would have preferred.
Well, at least I have the benefit of hindsight.
Hold on, Randy.
Yes.
Benefit of
we all have
what? That you can't start a process
that we have
deal with issues that come up because you have
the route we chose
that you are working
that with. The route we chose
I cannot understand this.
The route we chose.
I don't have a problem with what your view is.
Yes,
but I'm saying that that you disagree with my view doesn't make my view wrong.
I'm just saying that.
No, Randy,
I am just saying that as we see today,
yes,
we have the benefit of the results of your route.
We do, which is what?
Which is that you've been unable to reach consensus and you keep extending so that you reach consensus. So should you have reached the consensus first, or should you have just decided that?
So how about putting it this way? That because you cannot keep it open-ended, you set a timeline to deal with whatever issues that come up. How about that?
Yeah, you could.
And is that not sensible?
But that's not what you did.
But that's exactly what government has done.
That is not what you did before announcing the program.
To deal with whatever issues that the engagement that our experts that were appointed brought out.
Yes.
And government has consistently dealt with those issues within that timeline. Saying that we get to the point where if some other issues are outstanding, then it makes sense for us to extend. And I'm confident that by the next extension, some of the issues, in fact, SEC and co, significantly resolved. The key outstanding is what the Ghana Association of Bankers raised, that the government of Ghana has said, we've heard you, we think that the issues that you've raised are germane. In fact, the Institute of Chartered Accountants were tasked to carry out some exercise over the weekend and submit some report to the Ministry of Finance Monday to, of course, then deal with whatever issues that they have raised on the accounting side. I'm not aware, as I sit here, whether that exercise was done. But Mr. Entry was there. And they committed that they were going to do work over the weekend and submit that report. And I'm saying that beyond that, there were some other issues that the Ghana Association of Bankers raised that the government said, yes, we'll look at it. They requested for an extension. Government said, we'll look at it and we'll communicate. And that has been done. So let nobody suggest that government is not engaging and that government is arrogantly, as they put it, doing this without recourse to anybody. Because that's not true. That's the point that I'm making.
Well, I hear your point, but reading about all those who have traversed this path before and those who were successful, the things that we say we are doing ongoing.
Same consultants that advised on other countries are the same ones that are advising the government of Ghana in this program.
So how come?
But you know that the Jamaican one, the initial one had some challenges. Every country's situation is unique. It cannot be a one-size-fits-all. We have peculiar problems with the nature of the bonds that we have. And so we need to deal with them. But I'm saying that it cannot be true, as is being suggested by the NDC, that the government is not engaging. And let them tell us their solution or alternative.
Alternative to what?
They say they are government in waiting.
No,
how would they have dealt
alternative
with it?
To what?
How would they have dealt with it differently?
Okay.
How would they?
Randy.
They say they will go around and solicit views from across the country and then submit a paper of what. So they don't have any solutions of their own. They'll go around and solicit views and put it in a document and go and submit it to government that we've gone around, so we'll implement.
Randy.
You say you are government in waiting.
Right.